Hey, everybody, we're here for a new episode of the show that is yet to be named. Today, we're talking our top 5 favorite actors. I'm here with JohnnyDonuts, the Puttyman, and Caps, the muscles, and the sauce boss, Rick
He's
Ross.
drinking the sauce right now.
Oh, he is. He's always drinking something good and making us feel bad that we don't have it.
Yeah,
We
right.
got a cappuccino
good,
today.
It's good.
All right. Well,
I'm ready. It's going to be a long night.
Yeah, it is. I got a few G Fuels lined up in the fridge. So we're going to get right into this, and I'm going to start with Caps. So it's going to go Caps, Putty, JD, me.
Numero 5, Johnny Depp.
Wow, honestly, I didn't expect that. That's a good one.
My number 5.
Yep.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Nice choice. Nice choice.
My number 5 is George Clooney.
Oh, nice. That's a deep one. I like that. Okay, so I didn't really want to have Caps. I tried really hard not to, but I had to. My number 5 is Caps. It's Christian Bale and Samuel L. Jackson. Like, this is favorites.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go Caps, go.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to have any caps either, but this was hard.
Yeah, this one was pretty hard.
My honorable mentions is huge. My honorable mentions is freaking huge, bro.
I made sure that I only had one honorable mention, like a real one, but it's Caps. But I made sure I only had one.
Oh, Lord, the list.
Which is 2.
Your honorable mentions is caps. All right, number 4 is a caps. Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks.
Okay. My number 4 is Christopher Walken.
My number 4 is Caps, and then the Caps.
You skip it, JD.
Oh, sorry. Go, JD.
That's
My
right.
bad.
My number 4 is Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. That's a good choice. Ooh, I just spit on my screen. My number 4 is Caps. I have no more Caps after this. It's Leonardo DiCaprio and Ryan Gosling.
My number 3 is Clint Eastwood.
My number 3 is Samuel L. Jackson.
My number 3 is Jack Nicholson.
My number 3 is Robin Williams.
My number 2 is Al Pacino.
My number 2 is Morgan Freeman.
And my number 2 is Tom Hanks.
My number 2 is Robert De Niro.
My number 1 is Marlon Brando.
My number 1 is Tom Hanks.
My number 1 is Robert De Niro.
And my number 1 is the only right choice, Bill Murray.
Did you really?
Yes, he's
Okay.
easily by far and away my favorite actor.
Okay.
I've known that all along. That was going to be his number 1.
I figured somebody was going to know
Well,
that.
I knew that right away.
Before I chime in, I'll wait till you go ahead.
No, go. That's all he said.
Well,
Yeah,
what I was going to say was I was going to go into the honorable mentions, and I felt you wanted Caps some stuff, but or talk about our list again. So that's
Okay. So, Putty, read your list again.
Okay. My number 5 is Joaquin Phoenix. Number 4, Christopher Walken. Number 3, Samuel L. Jackson. Number 2, Morgan Freeman, and then number 1 is Tom Hanks.
Caps.
All right, number 5, Johnny Depp. Number 4, Denzel Washington and Tom Hanks. Number 3, Clint Eastwood. Number 2, Al Pacino. Number 1, Marlon Brando.
JD.
Number 5 is George Clooney. Number 4 is Paul Newman. Number 3 is Jack Nicholson. Number 2 is Tom Hanks. And number 1 is Robert De Niro.
For me, I got Christian Bale and Samuel L. Jackson at 5. Leonardo DiCaprio and Ryan Gosling at 4. Robin Williams at 3, Robert De Niro at 2, and number 1, Bill Murray. If you just came for the list, that's the list, and we'll talk about it here for a bit. So
I was going to say literally 3 of the ones you guys named. Bill Murray was one of those. I like Bill Murray, but I wasn't. For some reason, I didn't put any comedic actors on here. They didn't go into like a more serious role, so I think that's the reason why I didn't do it. But I wanted to say this: a lot of people I knew was going to suspect me put Ryan Reynolds. He is in honorable mentions, but when I did my list, I did my favorite actors that are actually good actors. I hate putting it that way, even though I love Ryan Reynolds. And that's why my list turned out that way, because I would have put him on the list because he is one of my favorite actors. But I was looking at actors I love that were actually good actors. So there was a lot that I didn't end up putting even in my honorable mentions because I felt like they weren't really that good of actors in the first place to be on the list. But then towards the bottom, I put stuff like Andy Samberg, which is not a good actor, but I enjoy his movies, that kind of thing. So it was kind of hard. That's why it was so hard to pick, is what I'm trying to say, is because I wanted to make sure my list was based not just on favorites, but good acting too.
Was this a segue just for you to tell us every single one of your honorable mentions?
No, I literally have.
Oh my gosh, I know your tricks. Yeah, no, I mean, it's only
that was my number one.
My list is only favorites. It's people that I genuinely enjoy watching in a movie. Like Al Pacino, I really love Al Pacino, but
yeah,
in terms of favorites, he's nowhere even close to my top. I think he's a great actor. I love a lot of his movies, but like in terms of favorites, I'd never want to really watch Al Pacino. Yeah. For me, my honorable mentions was a tie. It's Marlon Brando and Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken was originally my number 5 by himself, and then I completely forgot about Christian Bale and Samuel L. Jackson, so I threw them in and stole his spot away. But that's all I had on my list. I didn't put anyone else because if you're going favorite actors, I could go forever. Eventually, I'd have Clint Eastwood and Jack Nicholson. Yeah. Eventually, Al Pacino would be there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My honorable mentions, I just the couple I named were just examples. My honorable mentions list is probably about 20.
Yeah, like to me, it is what it is. Like I don't think Ryan Reynolds is a bad actor at all.
No, but I mean,
I wouldn't put him in my favorites. Like, I mean, he's done a handful of good movies, but no, I wouldn't. I know why he's there for you, Putty. He's Deadpool.
No, not just Deadpool. I mean, I've been watching him since Van Wilder. When Van Wilder came out, I saw that in theaters. Van Wilder is hilarious.
What else?
I think Cal Penn was funnier in Van Wilder than Ryan Reynolds.
No, Cal Penn wasn't as good as I mean, don't get me wrong. I like that they continued the story from Van Wilder.
Nobody liked that they continued the story, buddy. Believe me,
nobody.
No,
but I just like Van Wilder. I'm just saying, I still like Van Wilder. That's not the point.
Van Wilder is the first movie I saw Ryan Reynolds in, and I saw it like when it first came out, like on the first week of release.
I think the first time I've seen Ryan Reynolds was in the X-Files.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Wow.
He did a lot of TV work before.
Yeah.
Well, see, but you guys also remember, this is the guy from Free Guy. Free Guy is one of the I love Free Guy. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So yeah, he definitely, that's why he's my number one.
That's a double terrible statement, and we're moving on to Cap.
Yes, let's move on from that. Let's talk about real actors.
Wow.
You know, I like when I was picking my favorite actors list, I wanted to also include how good they were as well, because
that's fair.
But for me, it was also their body of work, their longevity. Yep. That's why you won't see too many more recent actors. Mine are very like old school classic actors that have had like.
See, mine was based more on like I already said it's my favorite, but like the way I judged it was like, who's my favorite actors, and also who has the most movies that I personally want to watch. There's a lot of movies that I think, wow, this movie's amazing, this is the best movie of the year, but it doesn't mean I want to watch it or I enjoy watching it. Like objectively, it's a well-made movie.
Which is what I use to actually pick my list.
Which is fair. I could tell by your list that seems like how you did it. But you do like Al Pacino and you do like Clint Eastwood. I know that for sure. So I mean, like those are pretty fair picks in my books.
Yeah, no, because even when I was looking at my movie collection today, I have a lot of Al Pacino movies, a lot of Clint Eastwood movies, and it's so funny because I'm looking throughout my whole collection, and you know, there's quite a few Tom Hanks movies, not so many Jack Nicholson movies. There was a lot of Gene Hackman movies too, you know, which is I think he needs to be mentioned as well because he's been in a lot of great movies as well. But like the one thing when I picked Marlon Brando may not have a lot of lines in the movies that I personally like, but he stands out for like the 10-15 minutes that he's there for me.
Yeah,
he stands out.
He's like the original method actor. He's like the first method actor.
First Godfather, the first Superman, the
on the waterfront, Streetcar Named Desire. He's so good.
The Isle of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. No. You almost got me. No Val Kilmer allowed. But there's like he's one of the best. That's why I have him here too, because like when I really think about it, and the messed up part is a lot of those movies towards the end, which are like the ones Nick is naming, is when he was so impossible to work with, where he didn't even read your script, he just did whatever he wanted, and somehow his role turned out amazing in all of those movies. So I mean, good for him. Orson Welles is a good choice too.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot of people can't name a lot of things he's in probably, but I mean, what he's in, he's fantastic. In The Third Man,
Transformers, Transformers animated
exactly. Well, doesn't he play Unicron?
Unicron, yeah.
Yeah.
Unicron virus.
Yeah. There's some legendary voices in that.
Orson Welles did a lot of radio stuff in the early days.
Yeah, because he was
he did that. What's the one that
War of the Worlds?
War of the Worlds,
yeah.
No, which everybody thought it was like
it was real.
Well, that was real. Yeah.
But that just goes to show that he has like a lot of talent.
Paul Newman was a great choice.
Yeah.
Robert Redford is definitely up there for me as well.
My top
Jackie Chan.
since
I forgot about Jackie Chan. I got
my top honorable mention because I haven't mentioned him yet is Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's a really good choice.
He's in a lot of stuff. He always has like good roles, but he's never, I don't think Gary Oldman is given the credit he deserves right now.
Like, I think in terms of good actor, quality actor, everyone who named everything is, I agree with all of it, but I'm adding Jackie Chan to my list, but outside of those ones that I named, I don't think I'm willing to go any further than that as terms of favorite actor. Everyone else is just good, not favorite. But I mean, there's lots of solid performances.
I was going to add Jack Nicholson in my list as well. But at the end, it's like these five kind of stood out. And I must say, like, I think it was you, Campo, that you had Leonardo DiCaprio on your list, right?
Yeah.
I deleted them, but
like when he first came out, he was doing a lot of, I guess, chick flicks.
I mean, Titanic he was known for, right?
Yeah. Well, Titanic is what projected him forward to get like
Eating Gilbert Grape. But
that was probably biggest. Yeah.
But then after that, he started, starred, in a lot of great films. Departed, that thriller movie.
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Yep.
Django Unchained.
The
Revenant.
Yeah, he did a lot of great stuff.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I was really considering putting him on my list as well, but yeah, it's a great pick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what made it hard. Like I said, I got like before we end it, I want to shoot through because I'm literally deleting the stuff you guys been saying.
Wait, hold on. Well, I'm gonna let you go all the way. Nick, do you have any honorable mentions?
Oh, you guys mentioned a lot. I don't even remember what you guys said. Did you guys say Gary Oldman? Sorry.
Yeah, I said Gary Oldman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis is a great one.
I was just about to say that Daniel Day-Lewis. I drink your milkshake.
Like him, but he's an amazing actor.
Yeah. I think we go into like really good actors list instead of like favorites.
Okay, well, hold on, Putty. I'm gonna let you do all of yours. You don't worry. JD, do you have any?
I was gonna say Daniel Day-Lewis as well. I'd be like, for me, favorite actors, like in terms of like I want to go classic because for me, I used to watch a classic movie. So I'm thinking like Sir Laurence Olivier, Gregory Peck. Mm-hmm. I watched these old movies as a kid, and like To Kill a Mockingbird to this day is still one of my favorite films. And Gregory Peck is fantastic. Gregory Peck is also in The Omen. So how he can go from like this father figure to like this other type of character in The Omen, it shows his range too. And Gregory Peck is, I guess, for a generation now, he's lost, right? Nobody's going to know.
You know who nobody said? I just want to throw it out there because I think he's probably close to making it for me would be Steve Martin. I got to put that out there. I love everything that Steve Martin is in. If anyone has not seen Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid, that movie is absolutely amazing. Okay, Putty, go ahead. Drop
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Okay, so I've already again. Keep in mind, if I didn't take one on my list,
Michael Caine.
But anyway,
Michael Caine.
It starts with Patrick Stewart, Malcolm McDowell. I didn't hear anybody. Did anybody see Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nick
okay,
did.
so I forgot to take that off then. Harrison Ford, Anthony Hopkins, Hugh Jackman, Bryan Cranston, Forrest Whitaker, Danny Trejo, James Franco, Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg, perfect personal choices. That's what I'm just saying.
They should all be personal choices. It's not a list of name actors that people know.
But these are actors I like. But those two I kind of knew I'd get jokes.
Okay, that's fair. Adam Sandler almost. I had a real strong debate in my head with Jim Carrey, Mike Myers, and Adam Sandler.
Well, that's
and I just decided
Carrey,
not to.
Yeah, Jim Carrey, then James McAvoy, Steve Buscemi, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Bruce Willis, and Brad Pitt.
So literally any person who's ever been in a Marvel movie.
No, are you serious? 90%
I
of
just
guys
wanted
have
to
been in
get you
Marvel.
when you fell for it. You got mad about it too.
What
Why
the
not?
heck?
You have some good choices
Campos,
on
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't mention Sean Connery.
Oh,
Um,
I forgot about him too.
outside of James Bond, though,
Yeah,
it's
The
not,
Rock,
he's
bro,
not my
The
favorite
Rock.
actor. Yeah, but I
The
mean, like,
Rock.
when you go through his whole filmography, there are a lot of these people, right? Like Denzel's amazing, but like
Xanadu.
I'm not like dripping at the mouth to see the next
Yeah.
Denzel movie. Like anything that has Bill Murray, I'm just gonna watch it. There's just something about him that makes me want to watch everything that he does.
I'm gonna throw Michael Keaton on there.
Michael Keaton's a good choice.
I'm actually mad I didn't add that to my honorable mention.
I'm really, I think 80s Keaton is so underrated. Like his comedy stuff is so good. He's
Multiple
so
Night
overlooked
Shift,
for
Mr.
comedy.
Mom.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I watched
Dream Team.
Multiplicity so many times, and like every incarnation of him in that movie was hilarious in my eyes.
And this is the reason why I'm adding him to the honorable mentions, because he can go from comedy to serious.
Well, that's like
he
Tom
is
Hanks.
the
He's got a lot of range.
He is the original Heath Ledger. He is the original Robert Pattinson, in that nobody believed that he could do a role in a superhero movie, and then he blew it away.
But wasn't Tom Hanks kind of like that in the beginning too? Because he did comedy, and people were like, "This."
But Tom Hanks is after Forrest Gump, he literally like never did comedy again.
No, that's true, but that's the thing. It's not like it ever left. He literally would go on Saturday Night Live.
I will agree with this.
Yeah,
100%. I'm not a big Hanks guy. He's the like Ron Howard of acting. It's always safe. It's gonna be a good movie. He's gonna be fine in it, but it's never like, oh my god. But 80s fucking Tom Hanks in comedies is like fantastic. His comedy movies are so good.
Oh,
Flash,
man.
The Burbs, Big,
Joe's
Money
Volcano.
Pit.
What a trash house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, The Burbs is like legendary for me. That's like one of my favorite movies. Like watch it again and again.
For me, it's just he just seems like a really nice guy.
He's one of those actors. I still just say I want to meet him, just to meet him. Now I don't need an autograph. I just want to meet him. Just say hi. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he'd be really genuinely
I feel
nice
like
to you.
the SNL like 5+ club is like all people that I like. So I mean,
you're right, 100%. Yeah, which it's funny too, because I remember when Justin Timberlake joined in there, people were making jokes like, "Oh, I can't believe he joined." I go, "Have you guys actually watched him? He's funny." If you get away from the whole NSYNC thing, he's a funny.
Well, I'll give you this. I actually really enjoyed the movie In Time.
I did too. Yeah,
a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, I think I just really like Olivia Wilde, but I mean that's a story for another day.
But I'm just saying he's a good comedic actor, and a lot of people I think ignore that because of NSYNC or whatever he might.
I just had a flashback, sorry, to Wayne's World 2, when he's like the shopkeeper and his son. That's a story for another day. I had to beat them to death with their own shoes.
I want to watch that.
Ozzy needed a bag of brown M&Ms, or he wouldn't go on stage. Yeah. Anyways, you know who I really like, that I think we should say, Chris Farley.
Yes. Why?
He made zero bad movies. Like in terms of comedies, like Dirty Work. He was in Dirty Work, Tommy Boy, Black Sheep, Beverly Hills Ninja. Almost Heroes is super underrated.
Oh, Almost Heroes is so good. I love that movie.
You know, little Chandler for the boys, and I mean,
Eugene Levy's in that movie too.
I mean, like I said, he was supposed to play Shrek, and
Martin Short too. I love Martin Short. Joe Pesci.
Yeah, I want to add Rodney Dangerfield. He gets no respect.
Just for easy money, I will give it to you.
The thing with Joe Pesci is that Joe Pesci just plays the same guy all the time.
Yeah, and also his body of work is not that large. He went through like a period of the late 80s and early 90s where he made a crap load of movies, and then he never really did anything after or before that.
But that's how I feel about Pacino until he's later in his role in his life. Like he started doing a little bit more comedic roles, which they really didn't turn out. We're not going to talk about one of them in particular.
Okay, one that is his best role. I wish he got an Oscar for that. Dunkachino, are you literally crazy? I know that's what we're talking about.
I mean, it's funny because it's Al Pacino.
He's the best part of that movie because I don't think he realizes how bad the movie is. Like I feel like he never watched it. And,
that's what I'm saying.
His performance is so genuine.
But see, that's my thing though. He acts like Al Pacino in that movie. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I feel like with him and Robert De Niro, they have that really mobster mentality. That's where you see them in their movies. Does that make sense? Not saying it's bad, but yeah, just saying.
Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah,
I love '80s Eddie Murphy.
Later down the road, it was like the 2000s was when
it was right after he made Nutty Professor. It all went downhill after that.
Like Pluto Nash was. Oh, I saw Pluto Nash in theaters.
Have you ever seen 1,000 Words or Less? Or I think that's what it's called. Where he can only say 1,000 more words for the rest of his life, and then he'll die. So he has to like think about everything he's gonna say super carefully.
No, never seen that. No,
it's really fucking weird movie. And then what's the other one? Norbit. Norbit is trash.
Norbit was the weirdest
even
I ever
Nutty
saw.
Professor 2 is terrible.
Any of the Dr. Dolittle films.
Yeah, I mean,
it's when he started playing multiple characters in the same film.
But Nutty Professor, the first one, is like a watchable comedy. I like.
So is Daddy Daycare. I don't mind Daddy Daycare.
Yeah, Daddy Daycare is the first one.
Yeah.
I like Metro. Nobody likes Metro.
Tower Heist.
Yeah, actually, he's good in Tower Heist. Tower Heist was the beginning of the comeback. Caps, you got any more before I end this?
I'm just looking through. Don't really see much, but yeah. I mean, I guess you could say Will Smith he's done a lot of stuff as of late as well. But I don't know if I consider him on my list. So.
Yeah, he's not someone that I really like his movies.
Well, I mean, there's
a couple. Men in Black.
Sorry. Well, see, it popped in my head. I didn't even think about it until now, about the whole thing with Will Smith. But there was a point when he was the king of like the blockbuster, like the summer blockbuster. But there was just something. I think it was after. I don't know. I think it was with that movie he did with his son. Not the first one, but the second one, where they're like
After Earth.
Yeah, that was when it dropped off to me. Like that's when Will Smith was really just doing really bad roles.
No, he got into like a 3-movie period where one of them wasn't bad. It was like 7 Pounds.
That was that was a good movie.
Then there was the other one that he made right after that, which is like a really heavy
Happiness.
Yeah, and then there was another one. He made like 3 in a row, and then he made the one Putty said. And it was like he was getting really cocky with these like super heavy roles and letting his son be in all the movies with him. Yes. And it was just like that's where I draw the line. When it starts turning into like nepotism, I don't want to see you anymore.
Pursuit of Happiness, I actually enjoyed it. It was with his son, but I feel like that kind of worked with the thing because it made it more,
Yeah, it's not a bad movie, and he's the best part of it, but it's also not nothing special movie.
Well, no, I get that, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't. I'm never again.
Apparently, he's great in that new movie, King Richard. So, I mean,
it's online. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. Anyways, that's it. I'm ending this here. Unless Caps has anything else he wants to say. All right, that's it, guys. Let us know who's your favorite actor in the comments, and check out these guys' channel. They'll be in the biography description box thingy. Peace out.